Hello guys, magandang araw ulit sa inyong lahat. Once again, Engineer Mark. Actually, kakarating lang natin ngayon. Galing tayo sa interview. Actually, galing tayo sa head office. Nag-conduct tayo ng interview ng mga quality control engineer applicants. So, mayroong 5 candidates. So, naatasan tayo ng ating managers, naatasan tayo ng core team, and also ng management that we have to evaluate sa mga applicant na nag-apply with respect to the quality control engineers position. Ngayon, ang nangyari actually during the time of the interview, ito yung problema minsan sa mga applicant na nag-a-apply. They are trying to submit, yung main goal lahat ng mga engineer is to get as much as they can, ma-obtain nila yung position, but on the other hand, hindi nila fully supported, walang readiness sa interview minsan. They don't have the readiness. Ito yung mga disadvantage minsan because they don't have the readiness during the time of the interview. Kanina, actually, sad to say, may isa ding Pilipino dyan na in-interview natin. He has almost 23 years of experience in construction industry. But however, ito yung disadvantage minsan, if your field of practice is not aligned with respect to the position that you are applying for, so medyo mahirapan tayo dyan. Kasi minsan, like for example, our goal, yung concern natin, this is intended for the supervisory consultant role. Iba yung implementation when you're working in the construction field, when you're working as a contractor, and then at the same time when you're working as a supervisory consultant. The main function of the contractors, engineers and the contractors, are more on implementations, construction related and implementations. And basically on the supervisory consultant side, we are more on the field of supervision, checking. We don't have an output, we don't have a product that has to be delivered when it comes to the actual product, but we are more on supervisory. Our main concern is about services. Like for example, we are going to supervise the entire project, starting from initiating, planning, execution, monitoring and controlling, and closing. Yun yung concern ng supervisory consultant. We are going to execute our services based on supervisory level, based on supervisory function. We will be the one who is going to evaluate the paperworks, all the technical requirements, supervisory in the field, that all the works are complying with respect to the specification requirements ng isang proyekto. Meanwhile, if you're working as a contractor also, your main goal is to ensure that the works are complying with the specification requirements by executing the works. Basically, adhering to the specifications being mandated by the client. And the consultant is the client representative. Now, yung nag-interview, actually, yung in-interview namin ay tinatanong namin with respect to the infrastructures. Ang problema, may mga shortcomings tayo. Hindi lang tayo basta-basta mag-hire ng engineer. Well, it's because he knows how to do the construction. But well, of course, we have to ensure na once na nag-apply ka sa consultancy, basically you have the full knowledge and experience with respect to the specific work na kailangan i-supervise ng isang consultant. Like for example, in the infrastructure works, you must have the thorough knowledge with respect to road constructions. You must have the thorough knowledge with respect to wet and dry utilities. You must have the thorough knowledge with regards to sewerage system. You must have the thorough knowledge with respect to, like for example, flood prevention, micro-tunneling, surface water, foul sewer, flyover bridges. These are mainly, yung scope of work dito are all related to infrastructures. So regardless, kahit matagal yung experience mo in the vertical construction, but meanwhile, if you're going to shift to the infrastructure, minsan mahirap. So if you are in the supervision consultant, like for example, kung mayroong audit yung client and you are the one who is facing with them, ngayon may mga technical questions dyan, and pag hindi mo nasagot nyan, then they might have the doubt how you could effectively do the proper supervision if you have less knowledge with respect to the scope of works that are being executed. Yeah. Ito yung medyo mahirap. So, in-interview ko kanina si Kabayan, medyo may shortcomings tayo. Tinatanong natin, do you have any experience with respect to the infrastructure? He said yes. Okay, do you have any experience with respect to wet and dry utilities, roadworks construction, etc.? He said yes. But basically, when we are going to ask question, let's say for example in the roadworks construction, how you're going to verify the integrity if the road formation is satisfactory, before you're going to proceed for the next succeeding layers. Like for example, from sub-base, you're going to proceed for the road base, asphalt base course, asphalt wearing course. So yan yung problema minsan, hindi siya medyo nakapag-reply. And second thing, tinanong ko rin siya with respect, do you have any idea with respect to the surface water and foul sewer, and what is the difference between surface water and foul sewer works? So medyo may shortcomings din, hindi rin ma-explain. And pangatlo, do you have any ideas what are the types of pipeline, what are the types of piping materials that are being used in foul sewer and surface water? How you're going to check the integrity of pipelines? So basically, napakahirap mag-decide kagad despite the fact na kabayan natin, but unfortunately pag i-hire natin yan, the integrity of the organization might be at stake. Well, it's because may shortcomings tayo dyan. So on the screening process, napaka-importante na that the engineer are properly evaluated. Because dito sa consultancy, napaka-importante dito yung mentality ng isang engineer. Yun yung pinaka-bottom line dyan. You cannot afford to stop learning. You have to continue. It's a continuous process. Hindi pwedeng nag-engineer ka na tapos na. You have to continue. It's a non-stop process. You have to continue. Study specification, read calculations, continue reading new innovations, new technology, lahat. Kailangan you have to be aligned. See, kailangan adaptive ka sa change. See, ito yung scenario minsan na sinabi ng mga businessmen. If the change in the organization is less compared to the change outside, therefore the end is near. So kailangan you have to be adaptive. Kailangan you are on the same level. Kailangan kung anong change, you have to adapt. You have to adapt. Kung hindi ka adaptive sa change, napaka-delikado ho yan. Kung hindi ka adaptive sa change, if you are not going to go, kung nasa old conventional system ka pa rin ng engineering, medyo mahirap tayo dyan. So yun yung isang bagay na kailangan i-take into consideration ng mga engineers. You cannot afford to stop learning. Yun yung pinaka-importante dyan. Kasi you will be fall behind. Maiiwan ka. Regardless, napakagaling mo as being an engineer, graduated ka, top-notcher ka, so and so, but on the field, pag hindi ka na-apply mo yung panibagong mga technology, or let's say for example, pag hindi ka adaptive sa change, on this current generations, medyo mahirap. So you have to go with the generations of change. Napaka-importante ho yan. So guys, napaka-ganda ng panahon ngayon dito sa Middle East. So hoping sana na nakapagbigay ito ng konting insight sa inyo. So today is Thursday actually. Napakaganda na magbakasyon sa Pilipinas. So directly here sa Middle East from the state of Qatar. Thank you so much for having me today. Engineer Mark, once again, have a nice day.